Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. 10 huge Emmerdale spoilers for next week. Next week on Emmerdale, Belle makes a big decision over her pregnancy and is presented with yet more evidence of Tom's controlling behavior. Elsewhere, Mattie's prison ordeal continues and the repercussions threaten Moira and Kane's marriage. Here's a full collection of 10 big moments coming up. Belle decides that she wants a termination, and she begins making plans for how to attend her appointment. As Tom has sold her car and taken control of her finances, her options seem limited. Belle ends up logging onto Tom's phone to access his banking app and pay for a taxi. As she does so, she's concerned to spot that Tom has been tracking her movements. Belle decides to take a risk by using Tom's car to drive to the abortion clinic. She asks Amelia to look after Piper the dog for a while, and she plants her phone in Esther's pram, wanting to mislead Tom about her movements. During a private moment in the clinic, Belle continues to feel confused about her marriage to Tom following his months of manipulation and abuse. However, she's clear in her decision that she can't keep the baby. Mattie is emotional as Amy and Moira visit him in prison. He's struggling with the constant fear and pressure of hiding the fact that he's trans. Mattie is nervous when Moira mentions his medication, and he reveals that he hasn't showered since arriving at the jail. Amy and Moira both feel terrible when they see how much Mattie is struggling. Kane pays another visit to Sam and Lydia's place, once again begging Samson to back down over his false story regarding the stabbing incident. Samson refuses to change his statement. Later, Moira decides to handle the situation her own way as she follows Samson into the Woolpack's toilets to threaten him. How far will she go? In the wake of Moira's intervention, Kane warns her that she could risk the case for Mattie's defense if she keeps interfering. Moira responds badly and shocks her husband with some harsh comments about how he's handling the situation. The next day, Kane refuses to forgive Moira for her spiteful comments. He gets drunk, and things spiral out of control as he clashes with Moira again. Moira is shaken by his anger, and it seems that their marriage is now at risk of falling apart. Carrie is next up in the mission to secure Mattie's freedom. She tries to befriend Josh in the Woolpack and secretly records their conversation. Carrie hopes that Josh will say something incriminating, but her plan soon backfires. Claudette encourages Manpreet to fight for her relationship with Charles, which has been on the rocks since Ethan's death. The encouragement doesn't seem to work, as Manpreet later arrives at the B&B with an overnight bag. Bob is saddened to see that the couple are at crisis point. Rose's ongoing presence at home farm continues to irritate Kim. Later, Rose promises Ruby that she's making positive progress with their vicious plan to wreck Kim's marriage. Dawn and Billy are relieved when they learn that baby Evan can return home from the hospital for the first time since his diagnosis. Later, Dawn confides in Will about how she's too scared to hug Lucas and Clemmy in case she transfers germs onto Evan. Nicky is keen to keep his distance from his parents after recent events. He suggests to Suni that they should move away together, but will Suni be on board with the idea?